everybody, it's Robbie from Southern California, and today this video is going to be on hummingbirds. Today I'm going to show you what a coffee maker and a microwave has to do with making hummingbird food. And you know, I'm feeding all day hummingbirds. I feel like that's all I'm doing is hanging out that window and running around the garden trying to get enough food out for all these birds. Hi everybody, it's Robbie from Southern California, and today I'm going to show you how to make hummingbird food, and it's so easy. If you don't have a teapot, you don't have a cooktop, and if you cannot warm the water, I've got different ways. You can use a coffee maker as long as it's running clear and there's no coffee coming through. The other way you can heat your water to get your hummingbird food started is in a microwave. And all microwaves are different, so it would be between 1 to 2 minutes. And then I'm going to show you here, as soon as this is hot enough, exactly how to get your hummingbird food together. What you're going to need is basically, it's 1/4 to 1. It's 1/4 cup of granulated white sugar. I prefer cane sugar. To 1 cup of water. What I'm going to make here is 1/2 cup of sugar to 2 cups of water, because I think that's a good amount. And I'll show you afterwards how to use that. So here's 2 cups. It's a 2-cup measuring cup. I'm putting in 1/2 cup of sugar. It's so easy. Anybody can do it. Then I take the hot water, whether it's from my microwave or a coffee maker, and you start adding in water. You don't have to add in a lot. Just start adding it in and stir it. Now, as soon as the sugar melts and you start to see it melt, you're good to go. That's all I need. I don't have to use all the hot water. Now, the rest of the water will be cold water, and it can be water from your tap. If you can drink your tap water, the hummingbirds can drink the tap water. Bring it to the 2-cup mark, and that's it. Now, some of you are saying, no, that was 1/2 cup. Now it's 2.5 cups. No, it's not. There's a science behind this. The sugar becomes part of the water. It doesn't add volume to it. It only adds sucrose. And that's what you've got now. You've got the exact perfect hummingbird nectar ready to go in any one of your hummingbird feeders of your choice. I prefer plastic. We can get into that on another video because they're lightweight and you can hang them anywhere. But of course, glass ones are perfectly fine. They're just heavy. And I know a lot of people have told me they've dropped them, they've slipped off the tree or wherever they hung them, and they broke. But that's all you need. The reason the coffee maker works and the reason your microwave works and you don't need a tea kettle is because what you're doing is you're trying to bring the water to about 150 to 175 degrees. Boiling point is just over 200. That's a little hot. It's okay. I usually boil my tea kettle and let it cool for a few minutes before I use it. But see, you can see how clear it is. All you've got is the sugar in there. You can use your coffee maker. We don't even make coffee anymore with the coffee maker. Gary makes tea. And so it runs really, really clear. So as long as it runs clear, use your coffee maker. If you don't have a coffee maker, I'm pretty sure almost all of you, no matter if you're even renting a room, you have a microwave. And all you need is to get a cup, any microwave safe cup, put some water in it. You need 1 to 2 minutes, and that will depend on your microwave. Heat it, add in small amounts at a time, stir it, and the moment you see it go clear, it starts to melt, then top the rest with your cool water. This is cool, ready to go out to feed the hummingbirds right now. And that's how easy it is. If you have any questions, ask. You can use sugar beet sugar. The Hummingbird Society says it's okay, but the thing is, I prefer cane sugar, and so do they. You don't need dye. The hummingbirds are not coming to your feeder because they see red in there. They're coming because they recognize hummingbird feeders. There's so many all over the United States that when they spot one of these, they know what it is. You don't need to put in dye. Do not put in dye. Do not put in juice, because that will kill them. This is what they need. This is the only food that they need from you. And the rest they find in the wild because they're eating insects, they're eating pollen, they're eating nectar out of the flowers all day. This is just an extra boost. And in case they can't find enough, they'll come to your feeders and feed to get the extra they need, especially in the evening when it's time for them to go to sleep for the night, and they need to make sure they have enough food, because if they don't, they could perish. So I hope I've given you a great idea how to make hummingbird food easy anywhere. Anybody can do it. Any questions? Ask me. I've got tons of videos on hummingbirds. As you all know, I feed thousands of hummingbirds. This will only last me 15 minutes probably. We put out gallons and gallons of hummingbird food a day. But this is really easy to make. And then I would not fill the feeder. I would put about that much in and then put the rest in the fridge. It should be good for almost a week in the fridge. And then as it goes down, or if they don't feed, take it apart, wash it, and add in fresh hummingbird food that you have stored in your refrigerator. Any questions? Go ahead and ask. And I think I've answered everything that you possibly may need to get those hummingbirds fed. So with that, have a wonderful day. And don't forget to eat what you grow. Bye-bye. I think I blocked you guys. Let's see. Oh yeah, that one's almost empty. Oh good, well we can fill a feeder. I want you all to know that just a matter of a few years ago, we only had a couple hummingbirds. And by putting out feeders, as we do here, with a 1/4 cup of sugar to 1 cup of water, that has brought in so many birds. They've stayed around here. They've had babies. Their babies have had babies, and their numbers have built up to hundreds and thousands. Yes, in the spring and early summer, they leave and go up north and have babies elsewhere too, and then they return here in the winter. So if you want to have hummingbirds, and when you start seeing them, just put some food out for them, and I guarantee you probably will have more soon than you even thought you could have. They're here even when Gary and I are trying to work on a video. They seem to be zipping around waiting for food all the time. But don't worry, they're eating plenty of insects, pollen, and nectar from our garden and all the other gardens around here too.